Welcome to Council Connection. I'm Dean Brookie, Mayor and Durango City Councilor. This program is designed to give you a snapshot of the happenings at the most recent Durango City Council meeting. This time we look at the February 16th meeting. This meeting opened with a presentation on wildfire mitigation by the Bureau of Land Management and the City of Durango, and a grant to help fund those efforts.
We are here to inform you about the BLM Grant award that the city just received. That is a grant that the city submitted last year in support of the Fire Adapted Durango Partnership fire mitigation work we've all been hearing about. It's a wonderful funding opportunity. This grant award is for a 4-year duration. $87,500 are available upon approval by City Council. This grant award required no cash match from the city, and it allows us to modify the grant each year for up to $250,000.
We've been in discussions about possibly seeking out to enter into an MOU, a memorandum of understanding, in order to bring treatments from either the city or the BLM across boundaries onto adjacent land of each other. So fire doesn't respect boundaries, and it'll carry from federal land to private or to city or vice versa. So the federal government identified a need to really invest in our neighboring lands and to assist folks.
The mitigation would be a continuation of efforts begun last year along the Power Line Trail in the Sky Ridge area. Acceptance of that grant was among a handful of items on our consent agenda, which were all approved. We had 2 legislative public hearings. One concerned land use development code updates for parking and trash enclosure requirements. City staff determined after some study that parking requirements in Durango are among the highest of comparable sized communities, leaving some required parking in multifamily developments unused.
In the realm of multifamily parking, Durango's standards were really sort of excessive. We were the highest or tied for the highest in 72 out of 78 instances when looking at comparable communities. So right there, that told us that, you know, while Durango likes to excel in a lot of ways, and we strive for that, we didn't want to be requiring excess amounts of parking. Studios go down to 1 space per studio along with 1 bedrooms. 2-bedroom units instead of 2.3 goes to a straight 2 spaces per unit, and along with 3 bedrooms if it meets some conditions that give us an indication that it wouldn't spill over into adjacent neighborhoods and cause negative impacts. So that's the asterisk there and when they qualify for that reduced standard.
Requirements for electric vehicle spaces and charging stations will also be added. The changes were approved, though the parking requirement for 2-bedroom units was reduced from 2 spaces to 1.5 per unit. A second legislative public hearing concerned the proposed transfer of land near River City Hall from the city to CDOT for improvements to the intersection. Those improvements would be at the same location where a proposed pedestrian crossing, either beneath or over the roadway, is being explored.
When we did the Main Avenue underpass at the river, we took out half of the highway at a time, and you had to rebuild the entirety, you know, the cross section of the highway as well as everything underneath it came out. So, and you would probably have to do the same thing here because it's not likely that we would bore under or drop something over the top. If you were doing an overpass, it might be a different circumstance, but we don't know that today. If it's an underpass, the highway improvements will be disturbed and have to be replaced.
In return for the city property CDOT obtains, CDOT will transfer to the city property it owns near the Wilson Gulch roundabout at 3 Springs. Councilors voted unanimously to introduce an ordinance regarding the imposition, collection, and administration of the lodger's tax should a ballot issue to raise that tax be approved by the voters in the April 6th city election. Councilors also agreed to join with the county in creating a city-county subcommittee on homelessness initiatives. Plus, we heard an update from a PR firm retained by the city to develop a Durango Cares campaign promoting safe practices during the pandemic and encouraging support for local businesses. Those efforts will include events downtown on 4 consecutive Friday nights beginning February 19th on 9th and 10th Streets from Main to Narrow Gauge.
And so we'll close down those streets from 4 to 7 p.m. on Friday. And we'll have a small stage set up. We have musicians lined up for each of the blocks. So we'll have 2 stages, 2 separate musicians. And then 25 feet away from those stages, because of San Juan public health restrictions and COVID guidelines, we'll have 10 tables set up on each of the closed off blocks. So the tables are really just to provide the community somewhere to sit and to enjoy live music. We'll also have QR codes with menus from all the local restaurants on Main Street, so people can easily find the menus for all the local restaurants, place an order, pick up their food, and then head back down to 9th or 10th Street and listen to music while they enjoy takeout dining.
Here are some reminders about other upcoming events. You can join the City of Durango in celebrating sustainable transportation with Winter Bike to Work Day and the Business Commuter Challenge. Clean commuters can stop by the Transit Center February 22nd through 26th to pick up a reusable tote bag with swag including socks and a Winter Bike to Work Day hoodie while supplies last. The bag will include a list of businesses inviting clean commuters to stop by their locations on Bike to Work Day, Friday, February 26th, for discounts, free bicycle safety checks, and other goodies. For more information, visit getarounddurango.com. Durango Public Library is offering a printable tax form service through April 15, 2021. Standard federal forms and instructional booklets and the Colorado State form and booklet are available in the curbside pickup area 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Other IRS tax forms are available at durangogov.org/library. Click on the graphic link to the form or by emailing reference@durangogov.org. Our next study session will be Tuesday, February 23rd at 4 p.m. Our next regular council meeting is Tuesday, March 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Agendas for meetings are posted at durangogov.org/meetings. And that's Council Connection for the February 16th Durango City Council meeting. I'm City Councilor and Mayor Dean Brookie. Thanks for joining us, and remember, you can always contact your city councilors via email at citycouncil@durangogov.org.